Once upon a time, nestled at the edge of a quiet town, was a forest so green and vibrant it almost hummed with life. A young boy named Tommy, with a heart full of curiosity and a backpack full of snacks, loved exploring this very forest. He knew every winding path, every babbling brook, and every patch of sunlight that dappled the mossy ground. But one sunny afternoon, while chasing a particularly colorful butterfly, Tommy ventured deeper than he ever had before. He found himself in a clearing he'd never seen, and in its center stood the most magnificent oak tree he had ever laid eyes on. It was ancient, its trunk wide and gnarled, and its branches reached up to the sky like wise, old arms. Tommy, feeling a little tired, sat down and leaned against its sturdy trunk. He closed his eyes, listening to the gentle rustle of the leaves. "What a beautiful day," he whispered to himself. To his absolute astonishment, a deep, gentle voice rumbled in reply. "Indeed, it is, young one." Tommy's eyes flew open. He looked left, then right. There was no one there. "Who said that?" he asked, his voice trembling just a bit. The voice chuckled, a sound like rustling leaves and creaking branches. "I did," it said. Tommy looked up, his gaze traveling up the massive trunk of the oak tree. A friendly face, formed from the patterns in the bark, seemed to smile down at him. "A talking tree," Tommy gasped, half in fright, half in pure wonder. "My name is Tilly," said the oak tree. "And you, little adventurer, are Tommy, aren't you? I've seen you exploring. It's lovely to finally meet you." Tommy, forgetting his fear, scrambled to his feet. "You can talk. How? I thought trees were just, well, trees." Tilly's leafy branches swayed gently. "Oh, we are so much more. We are the silent guardians of this world, the lungs of the earth. Would you like to know our secrets?" Tommy's eyes widened with excitement. "Yes, please," he exclaimed. "All right then," Tilly began. "Let's start with my favorite meal. Do you see my leaves, reaching for the sun?" Tommy nodded, staring at the canopy above. "They are like tiny kitchens," Tilly explained. "They take in sunlight, water from the ground, and a gas you breathe out called carbon dioxide. Inside each leaf, a magical process called photosynthesis happens. It turns that sunlight into sugary food for me to grow strong, and as a little gift back to the world, I release fresh oxygen for you to breathe." Tommy looked at his own hands, then back at the tree. "So, you make the air I breathe?" "That's right," Tilly confirmed. "We work together, you and I. But how do you get water all the way up to your tippy-top leaves?" Tommy asked, craning his neck to see the highest branches. Tilly chuckled again. "Ah, that's another bit of magic. It's called the water cycle. My roots, deep under the ground, drink up water from the soil, like you sipping through a straw. This water travels up tiny tubes inside my trunk and branches, all the way to the leaves. When the leaves have enough, they release some water back into the air as vapor. This vapor gathers in the sky to form clouds, and eventually, it comes back down as rain, giving the forest a drink." Suddenly, a shimmering light enveloped Tommy. He felt a strange tingling sensation as he began to shrink, smaller and smaller, until he was no bigger than a ladybug. "Hold on tight." Tilly's voice boomed, though it sounded much gentler now. He found himself standing on the surface of one of Tilly's giant leaves. He could see tiny pores opening and closing, like little mouths breathing in the air. He watched as brilliant particles of sunlight were captured, and he could almost taste the sweetness as energy was created. "This is photosynthesis in action." Tilly's voice echoed around him. Then, with a whoosh, he was whisked away again, traveling down a watery slide inside a tiny tube. He zipped through the branch, down the trunk, feeling the strong, steady pulse of the tree's life. He journeyed all the way down to the roots, which spread out like a vast, intricate map beneath the forest floor. He was no longer shrinking but was now floating in a glowing, earthy space. It wasn't dark and lonely like he imagined. Instead, the roots were alive with light, pulsing with energy. Thin, silvery threads connected Tilly's roots to the roots of other trees nearby. "What are those shiny strings?" Tommy asked in awe. "That," Tilly explained, "is our secret network. It's made of friendly fungi, and it connects almost every tree in the forest. It's like our own underground internet. Through this network, we can talk to each other." "You talk to other trees?" Tommy was amazed. "Of course. We share news. If one of us is thirsty, we can send water. If a tree is being nibbled by pesky insects, it can send out a warning signal, and other trees will prepare their defenses. We even help the young saplings, sharing nutrients with them until they're big enough to reach the sunlight on their own. We are a family, a community, all looking out for one another." Tommy watched as pulses of light flowed from Tilly's roots to a small, struggling birch tree nearby, a silent act of kindness happening right beneath his feet. He realized the forest wasn't just a collection of individual trees. It was one giant, interconnected being. The magical light gently lifted Tommy, carrying him back up through the soil, through the trunk, and placing him softly at the base of the tree, returning him to his normal size. He blinked, the afternoon sun warming his face. He looked at Tilly, no longer just a tree, but a wise and wonderful friend. "Tilly," he said, his voice filled with reverence. "That was the most incredible thing I have ever seen. I never knew." "Many people don't," Tilly said kindly. "They walk through the forest and see only wood and leaves. They don't see the life, the community, the magic that holds it all together." Tommy felt a surge of purpose. "But I see it now," he said firmly. "I understand. Your leaves make our air. Your roots share water and food, and you all take care of each other. The forest is alive." He placed his hand on Tilly's rough bark. "I promise I will protect you," Tommy said, his voice earnest. "I'll make sure no one harms you or your family. I'll tell everyone what I learned. I'll tell them that trees are our friends, that they give us air to breathe and hold the forest together." Tilly's bark face crinkled into a warm smile. "That is the best promise anyone could ever make, Tommy. The forest needs friends like you. When you care for the forest, you are caring for the whole world and for yourself." As the sun began to set, casting long shadows through the trees, Tommy said his goodbyes to Tilly. They walked home, not through the familiar paths, but with a new awareness, seeing the connections between every plant, every insect, and every ray of light. He couldn't wait to tell his friends, to share the secrets of the talking tree and the magical, living world he had discovered. And from that day on, Tommy wasn't just an explorer. He was a guardian of the forest. Thanks for watching our story today. If you love magical adventures and learning about nature, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing tales. See you next time!